narcissist isn't obsessed with me. No way. They got their new supply. They're doing great. They're not looking at any of my shit. Who's these fake profiles? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys. JT here, and I'm super excited to see all ya. I had a relaxed day yesterday. As you guys know, I hurt my back at the gym last Thursday, a week ago, and then I got sick this past week, and then I got hit with a bunch of telepathy and sexual attacks, and when you're down, that's when the devil, the demons, the negative energy, the ex-narcissist, that's when you're going to get hit with the most shit. And this past week was brutal for me. But when you're doing everything right, that's when you're going to get attacked the most. Because if you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you're healing, you're moving on, that's when, the devil, the demon, fallen angels, whatever you believe, that's when you're going to get hit the most with the most shit to get you knocked down, to try and keep you down. But as empaths and chosen ones and people of the light, that is when you rise up and you show that ex-narcissist, ain't going to phase me. I'm going to keep going, baby. I got this. I am still feeling kind of rough. My lower back is probably 90%, and I'm probably same 90% away from my sickness, probably be 100% tomorrow. But I got a good video for you guys, and God was really choosing me to talk about this topic today because I went through something crazy yesterday. And a lot of people think that the narcissist has moved on. They got their new supplies. They're flaunting it all over social media. I'm doing so well. I got my new boo, and they bought me this vehicle, and I got my dream job, and finances are just coming in, and I'm traveling the world, and blah, 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 blah. No, they're still obsessed with you. A narcissist can never let someone go. You are a shiny object to them. You are a toy. They want to take you off the shelf, and they want to make sure that you're down and you're not healing, and that you're not becoming the best version of yourself. They are keeping tabs on you. I promise you that. I promise you that. Regardless of how egocentric, self-centered, and full of themselves they are still watching you. And I remember back, it's been 11 months now since I've gone no contact. And I was on Instagram at the time, and I kept seeing all these random bots in my story out of nowhere. And I'm like, what are all these random bots? And they're always like nude, like Playboy bots, and like just weird, like 18 plus, just random with no followers or anything. And then I realized I had to Google it, because I was like, why am I just randomly getting these? And this was right after the ex-narcissistic relationship. And if you Google why you have bots in your story, it's because there's programs that people use in order to spy on you. When you see bots in your Instagram story or whatever social media you're using, it's people that want to keep tabs on you without showing who they really are. If you can Google it, and it'll pop up. It was the first thing that'll pop up. And so then I realized, I'm like, oh, yep, this is because I blocked her on every single platform, every phone number, everything. So there was no way they can keep tabs. And narcissists hate this. They hate this. They want to know everything going on in your life. Oh, did he meet someone new? What's he doing? Oh, is he doing better? Blah, blah. They need to know every single thing, because they're so arrogant, and in their self-centeredness, they don't believe that you could be doing better. So when you are healing and you block them and they can't get any insight on what's going on in your life, drives them insane. Best thing you can do. But so I really wanted to do this video because yesterday, I told you this past week, I got tons of sexual telepathy, like ridiculous. And as I've talked about in other videos, the ex-narcissist was a witch and did tell me that she was a witch, and did mirror magic and sexual magic and word magic, food magic, all this shit. And so I already knew, like getting out of this, that I was gonna get hit with a bunch of telepathy and bullshit energy. But fortunately for me, I've gotten so close to God that it rarely affects me. But I got knocked down this past week with the back injury and the sickness, and then the telepathy and bullshit on top of it. And that's what the demonic energies or devil is trying to do. They want to take you down. When you're down, they're like, oh, this is our chance to creep in and to try and hit him where it hurts the most, or her where it hurts the most. And so yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of ready to start dating again. I'm ready to start meeting people. And so I've been on a couple dating apps, like Hinge is one of them. But like when you heal and you become the best authentic version of yourself, and you can see red flags and people for who they truly are, when you've gone through a narcissistic relationship, as you all know, it's very difficult to trust after that, because when people can put on facades in the beginning and be a master illusionist and you think they're a good person, but then they're really not, it's very hard to trust people after that. And so when I'm on like Hinge, I can immediately see like so much bullshit and red flags. So there's so many people that are not awakened now, and I can see it on an energetic level. And it's just like, I don't even want to give my time of the day. So that was like, yesterday I was like, I'm going to download this Christian app. I think it's called Upwards. So I download this Christian app and I'm filling out the bio, and I get it all up and it's done. And then, it gets to the part where I can start matching with people. And like the first match comes up, and, I read it, look at it, and I'm like, no, not for me, not interested, not same morals and stuff. So I swipe left. The second one, I'm on the app for like 3 minutes. The second profile, the ex-narcissist. I'm like, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? But the reason, again, this is universe or God or source or whatever you believe, this is a test. It's a test. Are you true to your healing? Have you really let go of the narcissist? And with me getting all the attacks this week and getting like pushed down and all the sexual telepathy, of course this pops up. And I'm like, of course. And I screenshot this and sent it to my mom because I was just like, wow, it just brings everything to light, who these people really are. And in her bio, the first thing it says is God first, exclamation. And so when I was reading all of this, and I'll do a video on the religious covert narcissists, because in my opinion, they are the worst out of all narcissists. They're the absolute worst, but that's what she was, a covert religious narcissist. And it says God first, exclamation. And I can, because I know her and I can read between the lines, what that's saying, that very first line is, I am your God. You're going to put me first. So like when I was reading this bio and it was saying everything about her, all the qualities of fitness and country girl and all these other things, I'm not going to go into detail about everything, just, respect for her, even though she doesn't respect anyone. But that's me being a good person. As I was reading this, every single line, I could see what it really meant. Because again, they're pathological liars. And like, I'm not taking away from the certain characteristics like fitness and stuff like that, but like when she was saying the things about herself, I was like, what she really meant to say here was this, or what she really meant instead of this was this. And as I read the bio, I was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad for all these Christian and spiritual and godly men that are going to see this, because reading that profile, every single guy is going to be like, oh my God, this is my dream girl. Every single person that reads that bio is going to be like, oh, she's perfect. Oh, she wants to have lots of kids and get married, and it says no games and not interested in sex, and like all the most perfect things you could imagine, like perfectly worded. And I'm like, wow, I feel so bad. But again, this and all the things she said in her profile was all the things she told me in the first 2 weeks of ever knowing her. And what I really want to drive home here is towards the end, in the bio, it says, I'm very paradoxical. I'm very paradoxical. So essentially everything, that whole bio, is fake, because when you're paradoxical, how can you be real? Because with her, what I realized too, when she says, I want to have lots of kids and I'm not playing games, everything was the opposite. Every single thing she said was the exact opposite. I don't want to play games. I'm going to play games. I'm going to emotionally manipulate you. I want to have 5 kids and get married and not play games. Oh, but you're going to have multiple supplies and have multiple relationships at the same time. Do you see how paradoxical that is? And narcissists are all like this. They're all paradoxical. They say one thing, but then do the exact opposite. And if you agree with them, they're going to do the exact opposite, because they're like non-conformists, I guess, to the ways of normal people. They need to be the best and like go against the grain of every single person. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, I have to do a video on that, because this is how narcissists are. And it's so sickening, because when I read that bio, I was just like, oh my God, the amount of victims that are going to see this and get roped in and give her money and all this other stuff. And in towards the end, she said, I'm the whole package, and a couple other things. But when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, there it is. There it is. There's the arrogance. There's the egotism. And like, you know, I'm still like disgusted at like seeing it. I'm just like, oh my God, like, dear Jesus, please swipe left on this and not let her come back into my energy. And so again, with the telepathy, I do the telepathy videos I do have actually gotten the most views, because it's so prevalent in what's happening, and people are so, we feel like it's crazy, because you know, you see this kind of stuff in movies, and until you've gone through it, you're like, oh my God, that like actually telepathy is real. And with me getting all the sexual telepathy and the energy hit this week, after I swiped left, I'm not kidding, guys, in 10 profiles of swiping, 5 of the girls' names were her name. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? They don't give up. When they get you down to a low vibration, and okay, how do I explain this? When you're healing, you're raising your vibration, you're raising your frequency, you are going on to new energetic levels. When you get with the narcissist, they bring your energy level down to them, so you're matched on the same frequency. And that's where they want to keep you. So as you're healing, when you get these telepathy attacks or something happens in your life and it pulls you down to a low energy field, that's when they can get in the most telepathy, the most energy, the most spiritual attacks on you. So this week, me getting hurt, me getting sick, being on the couch, not eating, feeling terrible about myself, I'm getting bombarded with telepathy attacks nonstop. And then yesterday, go on a good, godly Christian dating site to actually meet wholesome individuals. Boom, second profile, she pops up. I still swipe left, boom, 5 more profiles with her name. Just trying to keep that spiritual energy in my mind, to keep me at that low energetic state, trying to think about her. It's crazy, guys. This is a spiritual warfare out there. I can't say it enough. Like, this is why you have to continuously heal and break that trauma bond, break that soul tie. And you have to, it's not just you're going to do it one time and you're good. Like, you have to continuously keep working at it. It's slow progress over time. It's not going to just be like one day and you're just like, well, the trauma bond is broken and soul tie is broken and yep, I'm healed. Fully healed, yep, ready to live my life. Doesn't work like that. Slow progression over time. But I wanted to do this video for you guys, because I want you to see that even 11 months in, like, I rarely have an attack, like maybe once a month. But I got hit down when I got hurt and got sick this week and got just blasted nonstop 24/7 for like 2 days. It was awful. And I was doing all the tactics and tricks and tools I've showed you guys in other videos to block it. And it was still just, it was so strong. And you'll know the difference between when it's it's light and you're healing, you're on your journey, and it starts to fade away, and then something happens and it's just like you can feel the energy. It's very, very strong, very potent. But today I feel great. I'm happy. My phone broke. My phone broke 2 days ago. We had a bunch of tornadoes in Florida, and it got wet, and so I just spent 3 hours driving, going to the Apple store, going to another store, and I was just like, oh my God, and it's not under warranty, like I'm gonna have to pay for a new phone, and these new iPhones are like $1,500. I'm like, oh my gosh. So point being, hurt back, sick, sexual telepathy, phone breaks. This is all in 5 days. I'm like getting hit left and right, but I swiped left and I pushed that negative energy back away from me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm on the up and up. I'm going to the gym. Things are gonna be good. It's okay. You know, if I have to buy a new phone, whatever, so be it. Get there, and the guy is saying, okay, it's gonna be a 3 hour wait. We have to fix it and pull out the phone and do this, and this other thing. And I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. And like not having a phone, I'm like an hour away from my house, and I'm thinking, I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? I don't know like anyone out here. I don't have a phone to do anything. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go like sit or walk around and do something. And it's rainy out, can't really go outside. And he's like, well, it's looking like there might be this other thing possibly wrong with it, but because the port isn't working, I can't run the diagnostic tool. So he's like, I'm just gonna give you a new phone, free of charge. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, well, you'll be out of here in 15 minutes. So it went from 3 hours to me not gonna have my thumb in my ass and gonna have to pay maybe $200 for them to fix it, to here's a free phone, you're out of here in 15 minutes, free of charge. Point being, guys, when you seek out the Most High, God, when you get on your spiritual journey, your healing, you don't let the narcissist win. You block those spiritual attacks. Even when they do come in, you still raise up, you raise your vibration, you get back to your normal high energy. You will be blessed, because when you go to those lower energies, I did this in this other video, you share the narcissist karma. They end up taking your blessings and you get their karma. They end up leeching off you and taking your manifestation power. So when they take your manifestation power, what happens to you is you lose your manifestation power, and then you get hit with all kinds of shit all the time. Finances, bills, injuries, sickness, all this other stuff. But when you block that and you say, hey, no, you ain't taking my energy. I'm on the right path. I am chosen. I am of the light. I'm a good person. I am going to get through this. And you live in that energy, the blessings come. And that's what happened with me. I was like, nope, you ain't winning. Absolutely not. And I let it go. I'm like, yeah, whatever happens, like, you know, if I have to buy a new phone, then I have to buy a new phone. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be. I just let it go to God, and I'm like, all right, you know, whatever happens, happens. I wasn't going to worry about it. Wasn't going to let myself get down. Switched my energy, raised that vibration up, and boom, I'm good to go. I feel great. I am pretty tired, though, because I haven't slept in like 5 days, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and just know that you are on the right path. Comment on this video. Let me know if you guys are going through similar things. If you keep getting hit and knocked down, if you're having trouble raising back up, comment on this. You will get through it. I promise you that. I wish all the best for you right now, and you will succeed. You will become authentically yourself and be the best version of yourself without the narcissist. Do not let the narcissist take your blessings, take your manifestation power, and give you their shit karma. Do not let them do that. You are powerful, and you are a chosen one, and you are of the light, and you owe it to yourself to become your most authentic self. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy the day. Go get a workout in. Eat healthy. Be safe. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later, guys. I can see the fire that we made just to save